Hello there and welcome back to my daily videos. Today is lesson 70. 70. 70. Sorry. My salvation comes from me. All the temptation, it's nothing more than some form on the basic temptation, not to believe the idea for today. Salvation seems to come from anywhere except you. So, that's the source of guilt. You see neither guilt nor salvation as in your own mind and nowhere else. When you realize that all guilt is solely an invention of your mind, you also realize that guilt and salvation must be in the same place. In understanding this, you are saved. The seeming cost of accepting today's idea is this. It means that nothing outside yourself can save you. Nothing outside yourself can give you peace. But it also means that nothing outside yourself can hurt you or disturb your peace or upset you in any way. Today's idea places you in charge of the universe, where you belong because of what you are. This is not a role that can be partially accepted. And you must surely begin to see that accepting is your salvation. It may not, however, be clear to you why the recognition that guilt is in your own mind entails the realization that salvation is there as well. God would not have put the remedy for the sickness where it cannot help. That is the way your mind has worked, but hardly his. He wants you to be healed, so he has kept the source of healing where the need for healing lies. You have tried to do just the opposite, making every attempt, however distorted and fantastic it might be, to separate healing from the sickness for which it was intended, and thus keep the sickness. Your purpose was to ensure that healing did not occur. God's purpose was to ensure that it did. Today we practice realizing that God's will and ours are really the same in this. God wants us to be healed, and we do not really want to be sick because it makes us unhappy. Therefore, in accepting the idea for today, we are really in agreement with God. He does not want us to be sick, neither do we. He wants us to be healed, so do we. We are ready to longer We are ready for 2 longer practice periods today, each of which should last some 10 to 15 minutes. We will, however, still let you decide when to undertake them. We will follow this practice for a number of lessons. And it would again be well to decide in advance when would be a good time to lay aside for each of them, and then adhering to your own decision as closely as possible. Begin this practice period by repeating the idea for today, adding a statement signifying your recognition that salvation comes from nothing outside of you. You might put it this way: my salvation comes from me. It cannot come from anywhere else. This is the main idea for the longer practice period. Remember that we are doing an intense practice. So 2 longer practice periods, around 10 and 15 minutes. You can choose in any time of your day to do this. And also there is a shorter period practice that the course recommends to do each hour. I think it's better to do it as much as you can, the shorter practice. Either both practice, longer and shorter, they are the main idea is to repeating a statement, so you might start to adapt this new statement. My salvation comes from me. It cannot come from anywhere else. Then devote a few minutes with your eyes closed to review some of the external places where you have looked for salvation in the past, in other people, in possessions, in various situations and events, and in self-concept that you sought to make real. Recognize that it's not there and tell yourself, my salvation cannot come from any of these things. My salvation comes from me and only from me. Now we will try again to reach the light in you, which is where your salvation is. You cannot find it in the clouds that surround. I every time that I read clouds, in my mind it's clubs, like a Nike clubs. My subconscious mind is teasing me. You cannot find, it's not every time, it's only in these last few lessons. You cannot find it in the clouds that surround the light, and it is in them you have been looking for it. It is not there. It is past the clouds and in the light beyond. Remember that you will have to go through the clouds before you can reach the light. But remember also that you have never found anything in the cloud patterns you imagined that endured or that you wanted. Since all illusions of salvation have failed you, surely you do not want to remain in the clouds, looking vainly for idols or idols? I think it's idols there. When you cloud, oh my god, I'm struggling with this word, cloud. When you cloud so easily, walk into the light for real salvation. For the short and frequent practice periods today, remind yourself that your salvation comes from you, and nothing but your own thoughts can hamper your progress. You are free from all external interference. You are in charge of your salvation. You are in charge of the salvation of the world. Say then, this is the practice for the shorter period. My salvation comes from me. Nothing outside of me can hold me back. Within me is the worth, salvation, and my own. This is the end of the lesson and the text. Thank you very much. Today I feel very peaceful. I think that you can notice in my voice. Okay, thank you very much. See you tomorrow in another video and in another lesson. Thank you. Bye-bye.